Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. He's back. Yay! Sorry that we had no streams last week. If you're not aware, Rose City Comic Con was last weekend, and I had a table at Rose City Comic Con, and was unable to do any streaming. However, he's back on the ball, back on the wagon, and got my cup of coffee. Excuse me. So, I hope everyone had a good week. Good couple of weeks, actually. Rose City Comic Con was a fun time. Got to see some people I haven't seen in a year. Excuse me. Met some people that, made some new friends, hopefully. And, let's see, who else? I am so sorry. It is crazy this morning. Didn't do as well this year as I did in last year, but really close, so no complaints. If there was one complaint I had for the con, it was that they are changing up. They're changing up how they're doing Artist Alley. Like, I couldn't put in my reservation for next year. That was a big one. But all in all, we had a good time. We did have some friends who were supposed to be next to us who couldn't make it, and we were kind of sad for that. But they had lots of freelance work to get done, and hey, if you're getting paid. Oh, excuse me. So, this morning I am working on Minions. Because of Rose City Comic Con. And the reason is, I was approached by this gentleman here, Eugene Braverock, who plays Chief in the Wonder Woman movie. He went through Artist Alley. He was one of the guests at Rose City Comic Con. And he stopped and he liked my Minion work and asked if I had ever done a Minion version of their famous picture in the movie. I said no. I told him no, I hadn't. And he said he'd be interested in an original or commissioning one to donate to charity. And so instead of waiting for him to get contact me, I thought it was just a great idea. So I am working on the characters now. What's going to happen is I draw all the characters, and I'm drawing them each individually. So right now, I'm working on the last one right now, Wonder Woman, but I just finished up Steve. And here's Chief. Sorry, I can't remember this guy's name at the moment. Here, I will get rid of these others. And him. So once I've got them all drawn out, I'm gonna move them around the page and get the layout that I want, and then it's gonna get printed out. And then I'm thinking of actually watercoloring it this time versus doing Copic, but we'll see. But the digital part is just to get all a digital sketch done. So, with that in mind, let's get some actual work done. All right, I need to call this picture up. It's a different picture, and move it over here because I need my reference for her costume. is not going to be perfect. And, yeah. So, let me see. Let's do her hair first. Or no, let's do her... Alright, so done the goggle. Come back here. And where's the layer? Here we are. Okay, so boom. Boom. So yeah, Rose City Comic Con was fun. Bill was there helping me out, like he did last year, and I am so very grateful for that. Once again, I didn't get much chance to walk around, even though Bill kept pushing me to. I don't know what it is. I just cannot seem to bring myself to leave my table for very long, other than to go to the bathroom. Ever since I had that art stolen, I have been very, I don't know what's the word, afraid somebody's going to steal more. And not that I don't trust Bill. God, I married him. I trust him with my life. It's just one of those things, I guess. At any rate, gosh, I'm not making much sense this morning. Coffee, that's what. Coffee. Saw a lot of R2-D2 units. I love R2-D2. R2 is my favorite droid. You know what? Let's just go ahead instead of Control-C, Control-V, edit, transform, flip horizontal. Oh, jeez. Oh, okay, I see. Move you over here. As this is just a sketch, so it doesn't need to be perfect. I just need it to line up. Ta-da! Yeah, okay, that works. Let's merge those two layers, combine them in Clip Studio. Select, unselect. A lot of wonderful R2-D2s and R2 units. Actually, I want to draw that on a separate layer. Someone had read our R2-D5 from A New Hope, and damn, if it was amazing. The droid might as well have been a movie quality. All the doors opened, all the manipulator arms, and I was just oohing and eyeing, and so the operator brought the droid over to my table, and one of the doors opened and a card popped out, and it was a business card, but it looked like one of those old, one of the original Star Wars trading cards from my childhood, and that was just like tickled me pink. I was all over that, and thanked him, and I need to still check him out. I got to pull the card out from my con stuff. I haven't done that yet. I haven't repacked everything, if you will. Everything's still sitting in the cart that we took. But yeah, it was fun. And then after that, it's just been back to work. Back to work, to the day job, and getting stuff done there. Catching up on work. Worked on some of the characters for this, as you saw. Got my artwork reviewed by a Marvel pro, 30-year veteran, and he's kind of paying it forward, as you will, to artists. And he's actually reviewed 4 of my pieces. Everything that I submitted when he had a call for submissions, and excuse me, I was pleasantly surprised that he reviewed everything, and was shocked to find that most of his critique, I'd say 99% of his critiques I agreed with. Because that's the one thing about critiques, you don't have to agree with them. You got to just patiently listen, because especially when a pro takes the time to review your work, that means a lot more than somebody commenting and saying, oh, I just don't like that. So I was very appreciative. I am very appreciative, I should say. Not was, but am very appreciative that he took the time to review my work, and everybody else's, because you learn something when in critiques, not just from your own work, but when others' work are critiqued, because maybe there's something another person is doing that you're doing, but you haven't shown that piece yet. There's always an opportunity to learn. And so I learned that I need to study my anatomy a little more. I'm like 99% there, 95% there maybe. And the big compliment was that he said I sent all color pictures, and he really loved all the color. Had nothing bad to say. No critiques whatsoever. It was always, oh wow. So and on his last one, he's like, you've got a career ahead of you as a colorist. And I was like, oh, okay. So that's made me think that maybe I need to focus more on that. But when you're my age, you don't, you just got to do what you got to do, and I guess maybe doing that would be a good idea. But who knows? I'm not sure. I've got to digest it all. But it was nice to get reviewed, and it was, the majority of it was positive. So, what little critiques, excuse me, what improvements there that were suggested, I know at least with the 2-page spread that I sent, I will probably do. And, excuse me, especially for the next edition of that particular book. Let's see, what else? Not much else. I've actually been trying to take a short break from stuff, and come on, and not overdo it. Okay, let's do that. Selection, deselect. Come back down here. Get rid of that. And ta-da! Nope. No. Stop. Combine, please. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so we've got... What does that sword look like? Okay. So it's got... Oh, I want it up here. Let's go put it on another layer. Oh, let me save real quick. And... it does that. Oh, fiddlesticks. Let me see. Wrong thing. Where is it? Oh, I went to the desktop? That's why. That was silly of me. Okay, there we are. Okay, move that over. Nope. Enlarge that. Alright, well, I'm not going to make the sword exact. This is supposed to be a parody after all. And then it has a little circle. And then that's her. And then let's make that a little wider. Now, I'm not too worried about line quality here because I am going to be printing this out lightly, and I'll be using straight edges and so on. So I'm not overly worried. I just need a little more detail in all of this, and then so that it'll be readable to my eye once I start drawing on the paper. Do 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 do. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, no, 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 no. So, do that. And I think that's going to be done with just a color line. Yeah, but I can look at these photos again once this is all on paper. And let's boom get and get some detail in here so I know what I'm doing. Shh, don't tell anyone. Got this careful act of innocence. Okay. And then, oh, that side doesn't have the shield. Alright, so I'm going to have to go to the other picture for that. Oh well. Where did it go? Oh, it's right here. Da-da-da. I'm not going to be too worried about that, because it's going to be ultimately in shadow, because it's going to try and make, as much as possible, make this look like an old black and white sepia picture. So not all the details are going to be there anyways. But I need to know the details are there so I can suggest them. Alright, let's get rid of that page. Okay, as soon as I'm done with this, we'll move on to the color work. So that was the main thing I thought I would be doing today. This is taking just a little longer than I expected. Okay, so like here, boom, boom, little line, and then here, and then back up. Yeah, okay. And then she's got these flaps that come out. Flaps. And then I think there's more over here. Oops. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Actually, that flap should come down here, because we are talking about minions after all. It doesn't have to be exact proportions. And then the boots aren't going to be too much of a focus. They'll be there, but okay. I don't need to do that, actually. All right. So Wanderwoman. Object. So let's get rid of the blue. And then I'll move her. Ooh! Oops. Let's combine those layers. Oy. Alright, combine. So now I've got all the characters more or less where I want them. And then from here, I'll arrange the piece, print it out, and so on. But for now, I'm going to move on to the color. That means I've got to start up Photoshop. Let's get rid of Start Photoshop. Let's get rid of that and that. And then what was I working on? I was working on, I believe, Morning Monsters and Coloring Book. Oh, fiddlesticks, where are you? No. Was it over here? Maybe I put it in a different area. I've got two different areas for these things, so, was it in Ideas? No. Robot Bubbles? No. Oh, it must be in my Inktober from last year. Yeah, it's in here. Alright. I should have queued this up to begin with. Ah, here we are. I think. Wrong one. What the? Okay, why isn't... This should be it. Where's all my... Did all my color work get gone? Oh, I'm gonna be really upset if all my color work is gone. Oh, man, that's not right. Why am I coloring it in here? No, that's the sketch. Alright, this is weird. I apologize. It really should be right here. So, I don't understand what has happened. That is really weird. Coloring book cover. Ah, there we are. Okay. Oi. Alright, here we go. I'll scare myself there for a moment. Alright, so what was I coloring? What part was I at? I think I was working on the stone, which looks like I'm pretty happy with right now. Was I doing these guys? Yes, I was working on those guys, so it would be this one next. Alright, so I need to get rid of the haze here. Let's get rid of that for a moment. And yeah, alright, here we are. Nab that color. Now why? Oh, interesting. Alright, let's undo that for a moment. I need to refill in some color at normal at 100%. Apparently I forgot to do that. And I need to, oh, not that big. Come on. No, that's too big, too much. I need hardness. And then where's all that energy coming from? That's here. All right. Turn that over. And where is? All right, that'll. I'm gonna have to fix that. Here we are. There we go. Okay. No. Stop. Let's bring that in here. Alrighty. Grab that color again. Grab that color again. And let's lock the transparency. And let's do a faint. Let's do 15%. And hopefully that's showing up on your monitor or on your screen. It's showing up on my monitor. You should probably bring that down to, well, let's bring it down to 9. It's supposed to be fur. And then trying to keep it subtle. Because I really just want to imply fur. I don't want... I mean, the closer we get to the viewer, it will be more obvious, but I still don't, at this point, I just want to suggest fur. I don't want... seriously dark. Although I guess with all the mist around, you need something to show through the mist, but I'm not worried about that right now. Toothless. And Bitty Bop here. Let's go to screen. Bippity boppity boom. Excuse me. Can't believe it's September already. Year's almost over. Time just seems to zip by. And we're almost up on October. I don't know that I'm going to be able to stream all of my Inktober's, because a lot of them will be done, hopefully, traditionally, but not all. Although I could probably do what I did last year and redraw them digitally for the coloring book. But it's my intention, again, to continue the coloring book. And do a volume 2. I don't know if I'm going to stick completely with the prompt list this year. I did come up with one idea for for poison, which is the first one. However, I'm not sure that... What the heck? Oh, I forget that this channel has music with voices on it. Oy, always throws me. Like, what? This is supposed to be ambient music. What was I saying? Before I was so rudely interrupted. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, let's go here and make it really small. Yeah, so I've got my first idea down, and I got that one while I was at Rose City Comic Con. I worked on it. It was kind of a really good clear one, which is always nice. Bill had some suggestions, so I'm still formulating those in my head about what I want to do. But, you know, we'll see. It really does depend on how much time I have, but I'm definitely going to make the time to get something done. I really enjoy it, and I know I've still got my first coloring book that I wanted to do that didn't go very far, sadly. Cosmic Squirrel or Space Bear and Cosmic Squirrel, and that one was definitely more of a storybook, coloring book. Now that Deathbringer is done, I have some options, although I want to get intersections. Intersections and Deathbringer are the same thing. Aye. What am I trying to say? Good grief. Protector Core. Wow. I am just really not with it this morning. You know what the answer for that is, don't you? Coffee! Coffee! More coffee! Yay, more coffee. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Alrighty, let's go back to that pen. And let's get a little more multiplying done. I'm surprised I didn't sell any Morning Monsters. So I had a lot of I had pickups on it, more pickups than I did on Deathbringer. But I was really surprised it didn't go anywhere. If you can't tell by the disappointment in my voice. But hey, them's the breaks. Not everything is going to appeal to everyone. You just gotta go with the flow. I did put, last night, I put, or no, not last night. I saw last night that, Morning Monsters through Create Space is finally on Amazon. So you can order your copy straight through them. And it will get printed and shipped to you. Let's bump that up just a little bit more. Yeah, what are we doing on time? Getting there. Oh, I want to smudge that a little bit. And that. Smudge that. How many? Oh yeah, I'm only at a 5%. Okay. That's what I want. Don't want it to be so hard that it Alright. Let's straighten that out. Oh. I didn't see that. Let's smudge some of that and get that all taken care of. That must have been when I was doing a fill line. And let's turn on all the other layers. Ah, okay. Yeah, that works. It's just enough detail. Perfect. Okay. All right, I think I'm going to end this a little early today because I just feel like I'm walking through molasses here. And I don't want to muck up anymore. And I'm going to start work a little early because or my day job, because I am really behind. I was off for several days surrounding Rose City Comic Con. But I will be back next week for another art stream, dedicated art stream. Hopefully I will have other art streams during the week, depending on the weather. I may do some art streaming this weekend as well. There will be a game stream Saturday night. I believe I started at 6:30. I may move it to 7. And once again, it will be Fallout 4 continuing Logan's run. And I hope you will join me. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you soon on the interwebs. Bye!